here,
No, I hate
chin
that.
in the back.
I hate that hair.
You would have like the perfect business person hair.
This is business. dude.
No, you look like a Utah. Oh,
A Utah what?
well,
Bro. Everyone thinks I'm Utah, man.
no, but that's how y'all have a specific style in Utah.
Do we?
Yeah.
Not like this.
No, it's called douchebag style. You're above that because you're a good
Oh,
guy.
that offends me.
Don't be offended. It's just the way it is.
Why?
Because you guys are the capital of hipsters. You guys created hipsters. It's true. The first hipster I ever met was out of Utah.
Okay, this is your personal experience. So
It's
there's
true.
a lot of
It might be
there's a lot
different.
of bias here. No, we're going.
We're going.
Anyway, I'll pray.
Okay.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Please help us, our minds to be enlightened, that we may be able to understand more about this business so we can do well in the future and this stuff. And in the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen.
Spiritual thought. It's Thanksgiving coming up, so let us give thanks.
I like it.
Oh, my dad sent me a cool text. He said, anyway, I don't want to find it. He said, be thankful for what you have now, because what you have now is what you wished you had back then in the past. A lot of what you have now is what you wished you had in the past.
That's true.
And now you have. So kind of like be content with what you have. I mean, temporarily, I think. I mean, I think it's okay to want stuff, totally. But if you're just always focusing on getting the next thing, I
Yeah.
don't think that's very good. Because then you're never grateful for what you currently have. So. Okay, what do we got to do here?
All right. With regards to the key elements of the business model, what should Cloudflare start doing with respects to CVP, GTM, TOM, and CFF? Okay, was that in the prep stuff?
No.
No. Okay, I thought I was going crazy. It was like, oh, we watched the videos and stuff like that. Right? Hold on. We're going to double check.
Maybe it's in the other week. I mean, the beginning of week 11.
So it does kind of talk about it. It says, how do you calculate CLV?
Well, where are we supposed to like learn that stuff?
Yeah, this is in the prep stuff. Like, so,
We're supposed to have a book for this class?
no, we're not supposed to have a book at all.
Because I feel like that would help a lot if we had a book.
Yeah, or at least some kind of like website or something. Because we watched the video with that guy teaching us about how to do the profits on Excel. Yeah, okay. Teacher, can you email us if you watch this, please? We're getting confused.
Yeah.
There's always stuff in the discussion that
We're
like
really
wasn't in
trying
the
to
prep.
learn it, but it's hard to learn it when we don't know what we're learning.
And if we're doing something wrong, if you could like email us and let us know, like our real email too, that'd be great. It's fal1508@byui.edu. That'd be super helpful. Okay.
Well, let's just go on with kind of what we...
Well, because that's how they need to fix like their HR department and basically keep their people hired. This is
Yeah.
just talking about this other stuff.
Does it say anything about that?
No, it's all about the profits, CVP, GTM, TOM, CFF. All right, does Cloudflare have an economy of scale? Does Cloudflare have a network effect? Or does it mean like the value of the service increase for each customer? Are more customers using it? I would say they do have a network effect. They talked about it quite a bit, that like the more people that use their site, the better their product get, more and more valuable because their block and help be that much more secure. So I would say that. I ran their little their profits and their fixed expense, things like that, based off the video that guy showed us and what it said in the article. And they said that based on the stuff they told us, because they said they didn't release their financial statements and stuff like that. 1,000 subscribers at 4% conversion rate, $20 a month.
Have they gone public yet?
I don't think I'm
I
public.
think they're still private.
They might still be private. But they had an annual revenue of $4,800,000. But their fixed cost, because of about $250,000 per person with 35 employees, and variable cost about $2 million. Their total cost was $7.85 million a year, and so that minus or subtract that from the revenues, they're in the hole about $3 million or $3,050,000. So personally, based on what we're seeing, is that they need to improve their conversion rate. I know that didn't factor in like the different companies they service.
Play in the conversion rate. Let's say they have a 10% conversion rate.
Okay, they have a 10% conversion rate. That puts them at $4 million of profit.
What about do like a 5%?
Okay, so just do 5.
Just 1% more.
5, it almost cuts their profit loss in half, so like they're still doing better.
So like 6% probably is
6%, only in the hole a little bit. So even if they just got up to 7%, they'd be making $550,000 worth of profit each year. 7% conversion rate up from 4. Like that's very doable. Let's say they kept their 4% conversion rate though, and they wanted to get a goal. So go to the data. What if analysis, goal seeker. Let's say that they want to get, right. Let's say right here. Let's say they want to make $1 million. And they need more subscribers. How many subscribers would they need? They would need 921,875 subscribers to make a profit of $1 million a year. So they'd have to almost double their amount of subscribers.
How many do they have? 500,000?
Yeah. Oh no.
What if they charged a little bit more for the monthly?
So let's say they charge $21. That wouldn't help too much.
Let's do like, yeah, 225.
25 still put them in the hole quite a bit. They'd have to up it probably to 40 to get out. 40 would give them more, but that's a lot of money. Less people are going to be willing to pay for that. Let's say 35. 35 would boost them quite a bit.
Yeah, that's still a lot though.
And so, yeah. 27, maybe. Let's see that. Yeah, still in the hole. So,
well, change, because
if I were them, the biggest thing that I'd be focusing on is that I would work on my conversion rate, because even just getting that up by 3%, it gave them a profit.
Yeah.
So like they said, like in the thing, they need to start sending out emails to kind of invite people to do that.
Yeah.
They should. That probably improve. They send out one email to all those 500,000 people. Like, they probably boost their percentage of at least like a little bit. Maybe 1%, still be better.
Yeah. 1%. What does 1% bring them down to? So from 3 million in the hole to
1.8.
1.8 million.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
1%.
That's 1%. Yeah.
So, yeah. So what else was the question? No, that wasn't even a question, probably. One of the reasons my cloud management habits were wanting to get big faster. So if they got big faster, it probably would help keep their employees on, because it would divide the responsibility. 2, they are on call 24 hours, and when they're on call, they're talking about like their pagers going off like every 8 minutes.
Yeah.
So there's too much work for these people, so they're getting burned out. Also, like the more people, the more they get hit, the better their service gets. The more reliable they're going to be, and the more people they're going to want them. At the same time, like they're just severely understaffed and severely unequipped right now.
Yeah, that's a reason for not growing so fast, because I feel like they don't really have a super solid foundation set up as far as direction. You know, like we kind of talked about they need to have some type of accountability, because if they don't, you know, like they mentioned, you know, they don't have any frustrations to that, like the software sucks, etc. So that right now, so until they can do that, they shouldn't, you know, grow. But maybe by growing, they'll realize that and they'll be able to fix that.
I think so.
Okay, what else? Discuss the recent resignations. Okay. For each one, list why they left. Okay, so yeah, we were talking about this. Kind of what it came down to was workload. That was a big thing. Another thing was the whole accountability. Like, there's no real type of structure. I do like the whole leisure aspect, kind of work, you know, without anybody over you on your back, you know, eating at you, saying, "Oh, you got to get this done. You got to do this." You know, these people know what they have to get done for the most part. The guy that was kind of explaining that I feel like he was kind of biased because he didn't really have a set role yet.
Well, he said nobody did. He says, well, the way they were talking about giving out tasks, they just gave tasks out to people they thought were best talented. And a lot of these tasks wouldn't even be related, and so these people just have a pile of tasks. And they said it wasn't stuff that they were like super interested in a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And so I think that they need to divide responsibilities up, make different teams that focus on different aspects of the company. And each one has a team leader. That way they can resolve all those little tiny issues, whether it's like they have complaints or concerns or they need help or that kind of thing. But still leave them with the leisure of being able to get their own tasks and jobs done whenever they want to. Like, because that obviously is working pretty good.
And that would be good to set up now, because if they're planning on growing, which, I mean, from what we're seeing in the case, they are growing extremely fast. And if they want to continue to grow, they need a solid foundation. They need a good structure to where they can just put people in, you know, just kind of feed people in, and then it kind of works itself out.
And honestly, part of that's also going to be developing an HR department as well, because those people go through orientation, helping people get assimilated, also giving them training so they know what their roles and responsibilities are, and any additional training they need so that they can be successful as employees. Right now, their whole thing for bringing on people is they let them shadow a couple guys for a little while, and they give them a task right away. So they have to know right off the bat how to do stuff. Which, I mean, I've personally done both with my different jobs, of either shadowing people or being trained on how to do something. And I personally like being trained on how to do something and then shadowing. Because the training because that just kind of like only what this guy does. That leave gaps for knowledge and information that might be applicable to the job.
Yeah. Just kind of along with this, why do people work at Cloudflare? What keeps them motivated? So a lot of people that I feel like working there. I mean, it is a fun environment. We watched a little video clip of Day in the Life of Cloudflare. It is a little bit corny, but I mean, it does seem like they're really trying to make it a stress-free environment, because they know the amount of work they're placing on their employees. They're trying to do everything they can to make people happy. And it does seem like it's not a very family-friendly type of environment.
Not a family-friendly or personal time-friendly environment. Like, they're talking about it like, the Prince guy, the CEO, he's like the leader of the company. People are obviously going to want to try to be like the big dog because he's their example, and they're going to want to do their best to move up the chain or get raises or whatever. Well, with that guy, like he doesn't have a family life or friends. He just has his business, and so we talked about him staying like super late hours.
And he and then the other co-founder live right across the street, so they're always there. Like that's their entire life.
Yeah, that's all that they have.
And it's hard when these other people that have families and stuff come in. They're kind of expected to adapt that type of culture, that type of work ethic.
One example is like they have like these meetings to go over complaints and resolve concerns and things like that. At 5 o'clock or 5:30 on Friday nights,
They have a meeting.
Yeah, that's the last time that anyone's going to want to go to a meeting. For one, most people are getting off work at 5 and going home with their families. Then on a Friday night, like holy goodness, you're not focused on your employees if that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like that's completely.
And then they're wondering, oh, why aren't we having a good retention rate here? How come people are quitting?
It's because they're not helping these people find a balance between work life and personal life.
Yeah.
How to do that? Like yeah, like
They did talk about though, like you need to take time off. Like we need to take time off. Like that one guy.
they gave a sabbatical too, yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like they didn't do that for the whole company. They just did it for one
yeah,
guy.
because he was threatening to quit.
Figure out a way to like, where they're giving their employees like a couple days off a month or a couple months or got a way to make their employees happy.
Yeah, and I think too, like another kind of solution to that problem, they did like they talked about getting different technology to kind of help. Help the workers, because right now these employees are doing all the work themselves, and they were talking about, well, what if we got some technology to help us out? And then the employee guy, Prince guy, was like, no, we don't just want to throw money at problems. You know, but it might be a good idea to invest in that if you're going to retain all your employees. And
I was gonna say he needs to find a happy medium. Like I like his like idea of like, oh, we can manually do this and then it'll be automated in the future. But at the same time, like you got to be able to have a happy medium. I would say throw money where at stuff that's important, but then continue to do the manual stuff, but just enough to ease off your employees.
Some unnecessary workload. I'm sure there's some monotonous stuff that these guys have to do that some type of algorithm or program can fix.
And then being on call 24 hours, like holy goodness, that's a long time to be on call.
Yeah, especially if you're getting calls every 8 minutes on how to fix.
Like if they're gonna do on call, they should give people like a shift that's a lot smaller than on call for 24 hours.
Or at least break it up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, should they slow down growth? I think they shouldn't necessarily slow down growth, but I think they should focus more on their foundation, their infrastructure. Because if they have a weak foundation or weak infrastructure, then everything's just going to collapse when they get bigger.
Exactly right.
It's not going to hold together.
And they get like, if they get all their departments set up, they get like some type of leadership or team, model set up or whatever, along with their HR and the different departments that are necessary for all companies. And then they grow and get bigger, like they have the potential to grow really quickly, then they'll be set up to go. But they need to definitely build their foundation first.
So that's pretty much kind of what we've talked about, what we've come up with. Our case explains a lot more about this, so thank you and have a good Thanksgiving.